I share my story so other boys and girls don't have to have um, third-degree burns in their mouth and throat, right? Like my kids are protected. Back in 2014, I found a bump on my neck that appeared out of nowhere, had a needle biopsy, a CAT scan, and 2 days later, I found out that I had stage 4 HPV-related tonsil cancer. It was devastating. A few weeks into starting treatment, I made videos to our 3 kids saying goodbye. At the time, my boy-girl twins were 12 and my son was 6. And those videos went something like this. One day you're going to get married. I'm not going to be there. This is what's important. And I made those videos over and over and over again, knowing that if they were the last things that my kids ever heard from me, I wanted them to be perfect. When I was going through treatment, though, I was in bed 18 hours a day for a month. It was just so tiring, which it's almost, sometimes I get choked up and almost feel like crying because you can't imagine how tiring it was. Radiation, I'm not sure if you know about for head and neck, though, but it's burns on top of burns on top of burns on top of burns in your throat and mouth. I had open sores in my mouth that lasted for 8 weeks. It was like someone took a glass bottle and put the shards of glass inside my mouth and throat. I thought when I rang the bell, I was going to immediately start getting better. And radiation is the gift that keeps on giving. So when August 11th happened, 2 weeks following that were the worst 2 weeks of my entire treatment, because it was burns on top of burns on top of burns on top of burns. So those next 2 weeks were pretty rough. And then I started healing. But for parents that don't know and haven't experienced it, it feels really good to be a part of the solution. So the fact that boys and girls at age 9 can get the vaccine that would protect them from the cancer that I had, or the #1 cause of cervical cancer, right, for women. I mean, it's a huge deal.